Hi, I'm Roo Phelps from Country 100.7 Casey Clark Show with Roo Phelps, and I want to talk to you today a little bit about March 26th, which is World Epilepsy Awareness Day, aka Purple Day, and how you can get involved and you can make a difference in the lives of those living with epilepsy. You heard us talk a lot about our benefit concert, which is happening Friday night on the 27th, but I want to talk to you about how you can be involved tomorrow on World Epilepsy Awareness Day. It's super simple. It's not just about wearing purple, which is an easy thing to do. It's about showing that you are proud to have compassion and understanding and knowledge about epilepsy. So what I'm going to do today is teach you some basic seizure first aid so that if you ever see someone having this type of seizure, you're able to help out, because what a wonderful gift that would be for you to be able to give someone going through that. So we're going to talk about tonic-clonic seizure, previously known as grand mal. This is the type of seizure that we most often see depicted in film and television, where a person begins to convulse. There might be some discharge at the mouth. Their muscles are tightening and loosening, and there will be like a thrashing motion involved in this. They might move from a standing position to dropping suddenly to the floor. Now, we're talking about this type of seizure in particular because it's the simplest type of seizure to recognize when someone is having one. Bear in mind, there are many different types of seizures, and there's lots of great resources if you'd like to read up on some of the other ones. So if you see someone having a seizure and on the ground convulsing, or they've fallen to the ground and they begin to convulse, here's what you can do. Step number one, take a look around the person and see, are they in imminent danger from any other objects? Are they about to knock something over? Is there something coming that could harm them? Are they near things that are dangerous? So scan the area and remove anything you can find that could be of danger to that person while they're on the ground. The second thing that you're going to do is, if you have something that you can remove, a jacket, a scarf, anything like that, take it off and place it behind the person's head and just cushion their skull. And that's so that when they're in the throes of these convulsions, they're not going to do further damage to the obviously very sensitive part of their head. So make sure that they're protected from whacking the old noggin even more. And the third thing that you're going to do is place them in what's called the recovery position. You're going to roll that person onto their side, and you're just going to wait for the convulsions to stop. A couple things not to do, and this is equally as important. In all of my years being best friends with someone who had epilepsy, and subsequent years being involved with epilepsy awareness and education resources, the one thing that people think they know about epilepsy is to put something in the mouth of someone who's having a seizure. And I will tell you right now, that's not only not true, it is incredibly dangerous to the person who is experiencing a seizure. When they're in the throes of these types of seizures, they're biting down with such force. I don't know why I've heard this, but a metal spoon. If you were to do something like that, that would cause horrific dental trauma to their mouth. I've heard you're supposed to put your fingers in your mouth. That's a really great way to get your fingers bitten really hard. So please, if you can have one takeaway from this video, it would be never, ever put anything in the mouth of someone who is experiencing a seizure. And on top of that, you can help by not letting other people around you try and do that, because for some reason, people will be adamant that that's what you're supposed to do. They know this. So yeah, never, ever put something in the mouth of someone who's having a seizure, okay? Have I repeated that enough? The other things that you can look for, if a seizure goes on for more than 5 minutes, even if you know this person to have epilepsy or have a seizure disorder, call an ambulance. If the person who's having a seizure regains consciousness and then immediately begins to seize again, you're still going to want to call an ambulance. A couple other things to not do when the person is sort of reorienting themselves. I know we have this tendency as humans to be like, can I get you something to drink? Do you need something to eat? It's really best if you can hold off on offering them food or drink until they've either fully circled back around and are completely aware again, or they've been checked out by a medical professional in the necessary situations. So those are some really simple things that you can do. The other thing that I want to talk to you about is the emotional component of someone having a seizure. A lot of times I've heard from many people that have seizure disorders or epilepsy, when they regain awareness after a seizure, it is terrifying, because imagine what it would be like to all of a sudden just become aware of a group of people gawking at you, sneering at you, like, what is your problem? So be compassionate. That is the biggest gift that you can give someone that has epilepsy, is to show them, hey, I understand. And while we can never truly know what it's like to have epilepsy, if we don't, we obviously can't ever know that. We can show them that we want to know, and that we care, and that we understand, and that it's important to us to be empathetic and to help them. Okay, so these are just a couple simple things that you can do. I think one of the things I've had expressed repeatedly to me dealing with people that have seizure disorders is just the desire to be understood and the desire to have compassion. So the way that we do that is by arming ourselves with information. And if we do that as a group, we can help end the stigma that is so often associated with this condition, because you don't want anyone to have to be ashamed of something that they have no control over. You know what I mean? We want to show people that we care, and it's not a part of themselves that they have to be ashamed of or hide from, and that we're there for them to help them, and that it's okay, and we understand, and we're going to help get them through it. So there you have it. If you want more information, you can check out, what is their website? esebc.ca. That is my fantastic friends at the Center for Epilepsy and Seizure Education in British Columbia. They are a fantastic resource. They have so much information and such a kind and wonderful staff. They can help you out with anything else that I've left out. Again, I'm not a medical professional. This is just what I've learned from being present for many seizures. So if you want more information, esebc.ca. And short of that, I really hope you'll wear your purple tomorrow. Okay? Thank you so much for supporting World Epilepsy Awareness Day. It means the world to me. You're amazing. Bye.